This is Brad Marchand, and you're listening to Breaking the Ice with Josh Dolan. I don't think he would ever let a pizza get out the door before he buried the whole thing, so he likes to eat that kid.
I've had this tripod for like 15 years, maybe less. I don't know, more like 12, maybe.
Got it yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. I have it set on these books that I've been doing this, and I don't know why they're just not wide enough to hold the tripod. Yet I still keep putting them on there. What is that called? That behavior when you keep doing something and it doesn't work and you just keep doing it?
Insanity?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Here, let me hold on a second. I'm gonna do something very dangerous. I'm gonna put a bigger book on top of this pod.
Yeah, let's try and not only use the easy reads.
Oh, you know what? This one is still no, that's good. Okay.
Try some Dickens. That'll hold it up.
Do what with my dick?
Read it.
Found this cleaning up.
Oh, that one's rare.
Yeah, huh?
When was that taken out of circulation?
I don't know. I always thought, like we talked about, that Gandhi was on the $100,000 bill. But I guess
American
it's because, yeah, but I guess since you think Gandhi is a pedophile.
He is.
You must have been right, and then they just put Spock up there, right?
Yeah, a good American. Space American.
Damn good American. A Vulcan American. Okay, let's use the proper nomenclature here.
Now,
right?
Does Jeremy Reiner have one of those? I don't think so.
No, his $100,000 bill probably has someone like friggin' Princess Leia on it or something like that.
They wouldn't put a woman on it.
Oh, Josh Dolan. Trolling.
Oops.
Unwoke.
Oh, you have an owl mug.
You like that?
I do. Nice hooter.
Thank you. You know what else I have? And I forgot I had this, but this is going to be fun.
Oh, no. Oh, God. If you can keep a straight face when you honk a rubber chicken, you're
right?
A serial killer.
This is one of those screamo ones. I love these.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's like just a notch below one of those Aztec whistles.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It's the funny version of the Aztec death whistle.
That's what the Incas had.
That's right. That's why they're gone.
Mm.
Their death whistle wasn't scary enough.
Bad craftsmanship. They should have that. Just never mention it.
Yeah. So what's going on, you guys? Yeah. Wow. How you holding
quarantine
up?
Going?
You holding up okay? Okay, good.
Oh, I'm holding up okay. Look at the stack of Sam Adams that I just found. Oh. This is unbelievable.
I didn't even notice yesterday because I was looking down at my notes. But watching the video you put out, and I was like going, okay, well, I could have asked that. And then all of a sudden this cat like goes, and the Red Sox letting him go. Do you think, how can you tell us? I was like, I never even saw that.
And I'm getting too used to it where it's like it happens and I'm just like, all right, keep going. And then I forget everyone else just saw that.
Oh, man.
Don't mention it. Here comes Isaiah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's where the world economy is at this point. And,
I'm telling you, I'm starting to worry about finding some kind of Well, not worried about finding work, but finding some kind of work that pays.
Yeah, but I think the problem
was
was nobody was putting money down, and
right.
But at least we're taking it serious now.
Right.
Hello, boys.
Hey, what's up, Isaiah?
How's
How
it
are
going?
you, sir? I'm good. I'm gonna commit murder today, but I'm good.
Oh, well,
Yeah?
make sure you get that on video so we can get the.
No. This is gonna be a bludgeoning that no one will know about,
Okay.
except you two, and probably my wife, because
Right.
she can hear me, and it won't be her.
Oh, I was going to say, Josh and I know what you're talking about because we've been married for a while,
No.
or at least I have.
No.
You know,
First of all, Mike, your wife is lovely. She should fucking kill you.
she is. She's a hero.
She is a
She
fucking
should get
hero.
the Medal of Freedom. No, I totally agree with you, Isaiah. My wife
Come
is
on.
a very, very special person that has dealt with.
You probably settled a bit in your age, but I'm sure you were a fucking
Oh.
handful, like I was in my 20s and my 30s.
She has put up with some really major silliness. Working in radio this whole time,
Oh, God.
so many naked
Yeah.
women and strippers and nights not coming home and
Yep.
I've
I've been divorced twice now, thanks to radio.
Right. See, I've been lucky. That's like a common thing. There's like three common things in radio. One, getting fucked in the ass. Two,
never
moving
happened.
moving around a lot. And three, divorces. I mean, divorces are rampant through radio, probably because of the first two reasons, but also because
Definitely the
people
butt play.
Yeah, people that do radio are fucking assholes. They're just egotistical assholes, and they
I
need
was
to
so
spout off
surprised at
because
that.
What?
Once that everyone was assholes and the egos behind it. I was like, why is everyone so angry?
It's
Like we could be cleaning toilets right now.
that's why they're
listen,
doing
Josh.
what they do.
It's rare to meet somebody like Mike. No bullshit, because you're not a douchebag. I fuck around, but there are a lot of people. You could have been, I suppose. Big guy.
Do you want me to
fucking
be?
20 years on fucking AF. No one fucking cares.
You didn't do
But-
afternoons with him.
Oh.
Hey, you shut up over there.
Were you a difficult little bitch? Tell us now. Was he a mini Greg Hill?
No, not at all.
You were a bitch. You're the one that
No,
got
I
fucking
was
LB
not.
canned too.
I was
Oh,
not
you're
a
an
bitch.
asshole.
I was not. Oh my God, Josh.
Now
Shut
you
the
have a
fuck
fucking.
up.
All you have is a chicken in your lap and no job. That's what you get.
Josh, go fucking get me some dunks and bring it to my house, dick.
There it is.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Do you want any Jim's Deli too?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Jim's Deli. Oh my God! Can I just say one of the best? I love Jim's Deli so much. I miss that fucking place.
I hope they're okay. I hope they're okay.
I think Jim will be, I feel like. Yeah, I mean they're.
I
probably
miss
doing
them.
a
I miss
ton of
flatbread.
takeout. Where
Yeah,
was that?
flatbread pizza. Yeah.
The Lincoln nachos in the middle of the show. I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
The Lincoln's turkey sandwich with bacon was pretty friggin' awesome. They had decent they had really good bar food over there.
The place, the little tiny patio out back of the Lincoln was like, oh, this is where cocaine deals happen.
What's wrong with that? Why are you judging?
I'm not. I'm just saying that's where it happened.
Okay.
I
Some
was
people-
identifying.
That explains
That was
a lot.
someone's office. That's someone's legal seafoods to you.
Without question. Hey, so I was looking at some stuff on our guest, and are they really doing a show in September? That was a recent post. That was a post from April 15th.
Well, I think they're being optimistic.
Good.
There's a lot of people scheduling tours and shows for the fall, hoping that they can actually happen. That's something we can ask him. That's something I wanted to talk to him about. It was, what they are.
That was a post on their Instagram from, I think, April 15th, and today's whatever the fuck, the 23rd. So
Right.
I'm like, hey, got to have optimism somewhere. You got to try to say, we're going to do something. You can't just fucking sit in our houses for the rest of our lives. Let's be serious.
Well, they were supposed to be on tour right now. They were supposed to start a big tour last week, and we're talking about Phil Labonte if he's able to check in with us today from All the Remains. And
that whole story about his buddy in the band and putting up the billboard, that's fucked up.
Yeah, Ollie Herbert, one of the sweetest, he's one of those guys who's on stage and he's like shredding. He's like,
right.
and then like you meet him off stage. He's like, hey, how you doing, man? And he's like super chill. Like it's like he saved it for the stage. He was just.
It's pronounced Milwaukee.
Did you ever meet Ken?
Right?
Did you ever meet the bass player Ken from Nonpoint, the original bass player?
I don't know.
Same way. When I was in Florida, I met those guys. The drummer was a dink because he was a Yankees fan, but the bass player was the same way. He's no longer the bass player, but he would just fucking shred on stage, tattoos everywhere, fucking spitting everywhere. He gets off. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Hey, good to see you, Isaiah.
You know what?
Like,
Most of the guys that I've met in metal and hardcore are like that. The Kill Switch Engage guys.
They get it out.
I mean, they can
most
rage
chill
and drink.
ones.
They can get drunk and rage just like everybody else. But when you meet them, they're just like super chill dudes. But then they get on
Because they
stage
get it
and
out.
it's like
They get it
Yeah,
out in
that's
their
it.
music
It's
and
like
on
a
the stage.
catharsis,
It's
know?
like
This is
UFC fighters. They're the most polite and nice guys
Right.
ever
right,
because they
Right.
get it out.
right.
It's the
Like
guy in
hockey
the cubicle.
players.
Exactly.
Like, well,
Now,
except for
what's-
there's a few that aren't like that. But
what's that movie? What's that movie with oh fuck, work with me.
do I have to?
Fuck you. You can work with nobody, which is what you're doing.
Okay.
What was that fucking movie? Come on, Martin.
The
Martin
Breakfast
Sheehan.
Club.
No, Martin Sheehan. He snaps.
Top Gun.
Nope, he snapped. Martin Sheehan.
Martin Sheehan? Who's that?
That's Charlie Sheen's dad. That's Emilio Estevez's dad. He's in a movie in the 80s.
Oh, right,
He's got-
yeah.
He's got a tie on and the work shirt, short.
He's not
sleeve. He
related
fucking-
to Emilio Estevez.
He snaps.
Apocalypse
That's his father.
Now? Apocalypse
No.
Now?
No, he
No?
snaps. He goes off on everybody and just walks into places. He's a
Badlands?
business
Was
guy.
it Badlands?
No. Fuck, it's called like.
You talking about Glenn Ross?
Nope.
No, because that was Baldwin.
Fuck, I'm stinking at giving the information. I apologize, but it's great.
It's a
I like the
movie?
guy- It's relevant to what Josh just said. It's always the guy in the cube that you never think will snap who goes bat shit. It's a movie, and he just goes and fucking snaps in his office.
Are you
and
talking
he's
about
walking-
Falling Down?
Yes, that's it.
No,
You
that's with
couldn't
Michael
remember-
Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
That's it.
Oops.
Right, Michael Douglas, who is also the son of another famous actor.
It's
Kirk.
like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. I was kind of
Yeah.
close, maybe.
Falling Down is like one of my favorite movies of all
So
time.
good. He
It is
fucking
such a
just
great
goes,
movie.
he
And it's
freaks
like
the fuck
anybody
out.
who has had to sit in traffic going to work
Mhm.
every day for like 2 hours, sitting in traffic going nowhere and hating their job. That movie is your Bible. It's what's
so
going
good.
through your head constantly is the guy in front of you is down looking at his phone, letting traffic drive on in front of him. And
Yep.
all those thoughts that Michael Douglas is doing, the bazooka, the rocket launcher, the grenades, the machine gun, getting breakfast at the fast food place when they're 2 minutes over from breakfast time. That
He
whole deal.
fucking loses his shit.
It's all going through your head constantly. And that movie just like took those thoughts and made a major motion picture out of them. And I love those people for doing that.
Sounds like
Love
a
that
more
movie.
hardcore version of Office Space.
It is
Yes,
basically,
yes,
yeah. It's a much
yes.
scarier version of Office Space. Yeah.
Office
It's like
Space is pretty chill.
if Milton was a little more psychotic in Office Space, it would be Falling Down.
I mean, he did pretty much end that movie on a solid note, burning the fucking building down and walking off.
Right. And getting that check, right? Didn't he get the check
Yes!
for all the money in the end?
I think he did. Somehow he did. I think he.
Yeah, all the
he
money
just-
they were skimming. Yeah.
Because
brilliant.
the door was unlocked. The door was unlocked. The main character slid it under the door, and then the door was unlocked, and Milton just walks in, unlocks the door, picks up the check, burns the building down, off to the Bahamas.
Again,
that
a
actor's
dream.
name?
It's a dream we've all had. Stephen Root, great actor.
He's so
Yeah.
good. He was great in News Radio. Fuck.
Oh, right, yeah. What was
That
his name?
was-
Jimmy James? Was that his name
Yeah,
in
I
News
think
Radio?
so,
He was
Mr.
like the
James.
GM.
Him,
Yeah.
Phil Hartman,
Mhm.
fucking Joe Rogan had
Joe
a fucking
Rogan?
role in that.
Right, yeah. That was
That
a
was
huge
fucking-
show.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Who was
Dave Foley was in that from Kids in the Hall.
Dave Foley? Yeah, he was the production. No, he was the
was
general
kinda-
sales manager.
Yeah, he was like the sales guy or something. And then who was
Andy
the woman's
Dick.
name? Who was the woman? She was a
Maureen Turney. She's still around.
No. No, she had like an exotic name.
No, she's in a fucking HBO show right now. It's total chick
Wasn't
show.
it Candy? Wasn't it her name Candy something?
No, when I worked at Night Quality Stations in New Hampshire, her sister was the receptionist of our Boston office, and it was Tierney or Torney, because I remember going
Maura
out.
Tierney. Maura Tierney.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the other girl, the one that was like the saleswoman.
Oh, Kathy Griffin.
No,
Griffin
not
was
Cat.
also in that.
There was she was African American. Her name was Candy something.
Oh,
Super
shit.
smoking hot.
I don't remember her.
Oh,
That's racist. Fuck.
maybe it's another. Why? Because
No, because I forgot the black lady.
is that really? All right.
I'm
Every time
okay.
someone says something racist. The chickens.
Whoa!
All right.
I don't want the show to be filled up with that. Come on.
This is like old time radio. It's like, hey, what are you doing there, Isaiah? Looks like you had too much breakfast.
The racist squeak.
The racist chicken.
Is that?
We'll call. You know what we'll call him? We'll call him the racist cock. The racist cock. And then you can only see this on Patreon.
Oh, this is bonus footage. Mike, give us some
Boner
bonus
footage. Yes.
The
Hey,
boner
everybody,
footage.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
You're paying $5 for this. Go.
Yes. Me molesting a rubber chicken.
Hold on. COVID.
There's gotta be a Pornhub channel for rubber chickens. I gotta look into that.
I think you should look it up right now while we're waiting for our guest.
Yeah, let's look it up right now.
All right,
Oh,
we'll
you're
see
gonna go
now.
porn.
Maybe I don't know.
Boy,
Hold on.
I hope he checks in. I mean, you sent the invite, right?
Yes.
I hope so.
Okay, let me double check with him here before I
This
look up
cat's
rubber
from fucking
chicken porn.
Chicopee too, right? How many people do you know
Well,
from Chicopee?
I don't know if is he from Chicopee, like born there?
We're gonna find out.
He's a 413 guy, but yeah.
I saw
His Wikipedia says Springfield.
Right.
What
that
goes on
area.
in Springfield other than going to Agawam to go on a roller coaster?
They have a really nice casino out there that nobody can go to right now.
Do they?
Springfield's
Yeah.
not all that bad. I've got some people that work at Mass Live out there. I mean, it's got
Right, yeah, Mass Live. Hey, is the Mardi Gras still open out there?
That I don't know.
Yeah,
That I
that was
don't
a
know.
fine establishment when I was there 10 years
They had
ago.
a nice hockey team for a while.
They did. Those are the Indians, right?
The Thunderbirds or
They're the Thunderbirds now. It was the Springfield Falcons when my buddy Doug Smith played for them.
Oh yeah. No, they
Look
were
at
just starting
Josh.
to.
Josh is name dropping.
I like
I can't
how
help
My friend
you
Doug
always
don't even
Smith.
notice when I'm doing it anymore.
you always do first and last names too. Anytime you've ever said Andrew's name, you've been like, I'm calling Andrew Raycroft. Okay, thanks. No shit. I'm
Because
calling
it's
Josh
such
Dolan today. I need to speak to Mike Shue today. Actually, I'm going to call Michael Shue today, just in case you guys don't know who Mike Shue is.
You're like Zoolander. You're like Zoolander. Oh, have you met my friend Billy Zane?
I just want to let you know that I do a podcast with Josh Dolan and Mike.
Yeah, that's right. I'm hooking
Mike
up with
and
Josh
Josh.
Dolan today. Josh Dolan.
What about Isaiah?
You know why I do that? Because I say I'm calling Mike, and Laura will be like, "Who?" I'll be like, "Mike Shue," because there's so many Mikes. But I can say Isaiah because I know one.
She's doing that on purpose, just to piss me off. She
The
knows
Andrew-
who I am.
The Andrew Raycroft thing always made me laugh. He's like, yeah, remember when I did that thing with Andrew? I know who Andrew is. I only know one Andrew.
Well, I grew up calling him Raycroft, so it's weird calling him Andrew because
Just call him Mr.
being-
Raycroft then.
I call him Sir.
Hey, I was on Facebook the other day, and your mom and dad were putting treat all over your fucking post, and I was having fun with that. Your mother and father just dig it into you. You're like, don't.
I could not wait to move out.
Let's be serious. They probably didn't.
But
have
she
a fucking
added
problem with
another word on Facebook that I forgot that I hate even more than treat is.
What is it? What is it?
Goodies.
Goodies?
Why do you hate such positive words?
I don't know.
I can see how
when I
someone
was
hates
a
the
kid,
word like
when I
can
was
see
a
how you
kid
can hate
going
the
to
word nostril or like duty.
That's a funny
or something
word.
like that. Yeah, poop.
moist
But
is good because it's
treat and goodies. They're such positive
like-
words.
How the fuck did you survive on Halloween?
I
the
know, right?
What the fuck? We're
That's
going
a
to get
mystery, man.
goodies.
like
Did you get
at birthday
what
parties
happened?
when I was a kid. I hated when they would be like, "Here's your goodie bag." I was like, "Keep it." I don't.
Keep it.
Throw this across the room.
You have fucking. And do you have a cocaine issue? My friend asked me that, Nicole.
Oh, I
from
know.
Invoke
I know.
Media. Listen, Nicole fucking is loving these shows. But she goes, hey, let me ask you a question. And I thought she was talking about you, Mike. Does your friend have a cocaine problem? I'm like, well, Mike and I did. No.
Oh yeah, immediately it's me. That's profiling, man. It's profiling.
Hit the
Racism.
chicken. Always the fucking Asian guy doing blow. Anyway, but no, she goes, does your friend, does he have a cocaine problem? I'm like, Shue? No. She goes, Josh. I'm like, what? Always, I'm like, it's a nervous
I know you
thing.
told me
It's
that. But then my parents even pointed out, they're like, you still do the sniff thing. I was like, I never knew I did that. And
What's
then it's
sniffing?
like, watch it.
Oh,
he does it all the time. No.
It's-
See,
it's kind of
it's
like-
gotten to the point where I don't even notice anymore. I didn't really notice that. You know,
It's a statement. If you say something, if he says something funny, when he says something funny, he goes,
No, I think it's more of like I'm buttoning my punchline. Like I just said something kind of risky right there. Let's see if anyone's
Right.
going to laugh.
Right.
Okay, there we go. So
and
you
then
go
you
back more
snort?
of like, yeah.
is that like when Dion Cole goes and writes
"Yeah,
it down?
exactly."
Is that kind of thing? Okay.
I just listened back to a bunch of our podcasts, and if you hear me go, "Oh," it's the same thing. Like someone
Yep.
says something, and it's like Mike goes on. I go, "Oh, that was racist." It's just, I don't know what that. Oh, it's like have the fucking tick. His is a sniff. Yours is oh. I got to figure out what yours
So
is.
usually your O comes right after my sniff.
Right. So it's like we have to make a song. Oh. Wow, we're bored.
Guys, I haven't heard from Phil here.
He's on tour right now.
I think we've been ghosted by the rock star.
Wow. Fucking wow.
Yeah.
They're tough. They're tough.
What do you got going on right now? Nothing. You have fucking nothing going on. You should be on this podcast talking about the nothing that you're doing.
Right?
Like we are.
That's the best thing ever right there. That has to be on every podcast from now on.
I know. I love this. Look how obscene that is. Look at that.
He looked,
Oh, God.
Ooh, boy,
Yeah.
look at how easily you do that.
The two
I know.
fingers.
Well, I've had a lot of practice, Isaiah. I mean,
Wow.
decades of
Wow.
practice.
Wow. Did you
Ever
used to work
since
at
the
a
first
rubber
time it
chicken
got
store?
hard, I've been doing this. You know?
The show's over. I think the show's over. This is Patreon material.
No, it's just starting. It's just starting.
Oh, God.
Sorry, buddy.
And then if we ever say something where we just need to block the whole thing out, we can just have the chicken.
What do those other two guys do? The podcast you like that they make all that noise.
The history hyenas, they
Yes.
tackle it out with the hyena noise.
Oh, I got to check that out. History Hyenas.
Yeah. Oh my God, they are the best.
It is
It's
fucking nice out today.
watching them. It's kind of like a drug. It's
Is
just
the
Like
Corona
the
thing
cocaine
over?
that you do.
what?
What?
Is the Corona thing over yet? Because it's fucking nice.
No,
out.
it's
I wanna
not.
Go out there.
And I
You
have
can go out there.
full-blown
Just don't be
alcoholism
near
now.
anybody.
Look at this.
Where are we?
I'm
where
making
are
a Samley cup.
Jesus Christ, Josh, is that for just you?
we? He drinks a lot.
Yeah,
That's
because
all
Laura
empty.
doesn't drink beer, does she? Does she drink
Yeah,
beer?
she does. She
Oh,
usually
okay.
has like one or two out of the box, but then it
He has the other
disappears.
fucking 10.
Oh, and there's another one over here.
No, it's funny. It's,
Oh,
it's
God.
just the
This
it's
this
just the
is what
opposite
Laura
in my
drinks.
house. It's like,
What is
oh,
it?
that's
Laws.
yeah, we got a lot of
Trulies.
that. That's a good one, actually. That's a really
Oh,
nice
yeah.
one. Oh, truly.
What's getting drank in your house, Mike?
In my house right now, my wife is drinking all the booze before I can actually get a glass. It's a total opposite in my house. Like I'll have a couple of sips out of the bottle, and then it'll be gone the next day.
So it sounds like you're the Laura.
Yeah, I'm the Laura in this house. Absolutely. You know what I just discovered, and it goes everything against how I feel about brown liquor is Screwball whiskey. Have you had this yet?
Ooh, no. What's that?
No.
Okay, let me tell you what it is, and I just want to see the look on your faces. It's peanut butter whiskey. Yeah.
Really?
Okay, I get a Portnoy from Josh, and I get an eyebrow.
Well,
jump
because
from
you
Isaiah.
and I went to a beer
Portnoy.
festival one time, and there were all kinds of crazy beers, and one of them was a peanut butter fucking beer, and I was like, this is good.
Yeah, that was Full Mast. That was Gunner's daughter from Full Mast.
Fucking
That's good
so
stuff.
good.
Just-
It was really good.
Just like that chicken, full mast.
Wow.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, those of you on Patreon, you're welcome.
Oh,
Speaking
yeah.
of alcohol, last night, Isaiah, I could not explain to you that my phone was broken. You were not getting it.
I could tell after you went. He actually went in the other room. We were gonna do I don't know what the fuck we were gonna do, and then it just fucking died. And I'm like, what happened? I'm like, did you get sucked back into prison? What
My
happened?
phone froze and it wouldn't shut off. And then I called you on my laptop, and you were like, "Well, just restart it." And I was like, I can't. It won't shut off. And you're like, just hold the button.
My phone did the same thing the other night. It freaked the fuck out.
really?
I was on a Zoom call with a buddy. It blew his fucking computer up. I mean, there's going to be a point where the bandwidth starts to go, we've had enough of you.
I think I just need to update my phone
Maybe.
because it keeps popping up, and I'm like, nah. Right now, I'm watching a video.
You haven't done like the first fucking update from the beginning.
No.
Oh my God.
Guys, I don't think what time is it? It's 11:16.
11:15.
I don't think Phil's
Did you text
you
him?
sent it to the right email, right, Josh? Philip. I shouldn't give this over the air, but
Yeah, don't do that stuff. Hey, Philip from
We'll squeak
All That
it out.
Remains.
hey, here's
your
his
phone
home
number.
address.
412 or whatever. 413. There's a little extra. Hold on. All right, I gotta fucking.
What are you doing? Are you doing this? That looks silly, doesn't
This
it?
part is staying in.
All right, guys.
All right.
I don't know. I've messaged Phil, and
I'm done with you.
he's apparently on musician time. So
That's
I
fine. Why don't we try?
apologize for that.
That's all good. That's all good. Let's try it again. I've got a couple of calls I got to make this afternoon, but maybe if we do it a little later, like 3 or 4.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Sounds
so
good.
Hey, how's your cock?
oh, it's so swollen and shiny.
Wow.
It's got eyes.
Very shiny.
Wow.
Did you just get it polished?
What the fuck? Wait.
This is what
welcome-
happens
welcome.
when we don't have a guest.
Welcome to Breaking the Ice. We'd like to thank our sponsors for being on the Cock Session, Garage Doors Plus, Invoke
All
Media
3 of
Group,
us are married.
and Josh, the other 2 sponsors.
I wasn't listening. What'd you
The
say?
other two sponsors.
What's the first 2 you said?
I said
Wasn't
Garage
listening.
Doors Plus and Invoke Media.
And then we have Boston Exterior Remodeling and
Right.
Pathfinder Tree Service, LLC.
Wow. Thank you
Yeah.
for sponsoring the Cock program on Breaking the Ice.
That looks like it's actually Shoe's head.
Wow. This fucking quarantine has hit a whole new level. The fuck?
All right. Just sent it again.
Okay.
We disable the waiting room so you don't miss it. I hate how it does that automatically.
I guess that's just another security feature to make people were crashing Zoom meetings apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which is pretty funny. I mean,
That's hilarious.
yeah. I want to know how to do that.
I know, right? I would have loved to crash the one the Bruins did the other day.
Oh yeah, what were they doing?
They were watching, it was like a Joe Rogan's fight companion. They were watching the Stanley Cup Game 7 when they won against Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
And it was the whole team on a Zoom meeting. And they were all just giving each
What?
other shit. And they didn't even, it was like on the Bruins, actual, like the Bruins official YouTube page. And they let them swear and tell like inside jokes and stories and stuff. It was,
Did something
great.
change?
Yeah, as soon as we all signed off, he messaged me, and apparently it's my fault. I got the email wrong. But he says he got it, and he's going to try to get in on this one.
How's that bright background for me? Do I look like God?
Not really.
wow.
Like Isaiah, the prophet?
Isaiah, the guy that's hanging out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take
Does a prophet wear a baseball hat?
I can do this.
Uh,
There's a lot going on.
How's everyone's hair situation going? My
I'm-
hair's
I'm-
out of control.
I
all right.
don't have any, Josh. Thanks for rubbing that in my face.
Wow. Have you met Mike?
Jesus. You know,
He's
If you
bald as
grow
fuck.
it out, you'll have some.
I have a small penis, and
a little bit
I have
here.
no hair. And
This
I
is-
drive
this
a
is doing all
shitty
right.
car.
Yeah,
My
you
best
do.
friend
Yeah,
is
and
a
you have-
cock.
You have no job.
No job.
Your wife's going to leave you soon. Sorry.
Yep.
Are these all side effects from Corona?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do they call it
Wash your hands.
side effects? How about if it's the effect of, the direct effect? Like,
yeah, there we
the
go.
side effect is that your asshole will bleed. No. That's a direct effect. I took this and my asshole bled.
That's called
That's a
oily
promo right
discharge.
What?
That's called oily discharge.
When we ended that last session, I had some fucking discharge. Wow.
Actually, I did too. I didn't even know I needed that.
Fucking brought to you by Sam Adams Summer Ale. 10 of them.
Jesus.
And Wachusett Brewery. Though I got their mass whole
Oh yeah.
cans.
I need to
Yep.
get out because there's no fucking blueberry ale in this fucking town. I need to go on a road trip. No.
Oh,
But I
we
know
got
if I
plenty.
go to the Stop and Shop in like fucking Salem, I'm gonna die.
My wife.
Yeah, drive out
hates
to Westminster. Call them up first. Tell them how much you need. They'll have it waiting for you. You drive right up.
Have you
That's a good
seen
idea.
the Wachusett Brewery Instagram? Their food is so. I might make the 2-hour drive just to go eat their food.
Is there food at the brewery?
I didn't know they had
Apparently.
food now.
Oh, they have all kinds of mac and cheese and stuff. And
Oh, really?
Where's this
Nice.
headquarters, Mike? Where is it?
Westminster. It's like right near Gardner.
Oh, that's listen. I need
you
to get
see
the
Mount
fuck out of the
Wachusett,
house.
drive right towards it, right
Okay.
at the
No,
mountain.
it's not really near Mount Wachusett. So don't
That's why I
drive
can
to the
never
mountain.
find it. All right.
Don't go to the
Just
mountain,
Josh has been
Isaiah.
doing it.
Don't go to the mountain.
I want to go skiing.
Just route to Westminster. You're all set.
Westminster Abbey. What is that?
I don't know.
That's-
Do they have one there?
That's the.
That just came into my head. Westminster Abbey.
Who's
Sounds
she?
like a British thing.
Isn't that the dog show?
Yes.
The Westminster
Thank
Dog
you.
Show?
Yeah, I think maybe. I don't fucking know.
The Thanksgiving Day one? Is it Thanksgiving they do that?
No.
No, that's the Macy's Day
That's-
Parade.
Yeah.
Not after.
It's people dressed like dogs.
Oh,
Those
you
dogs.
mean Clifford's not real?
Best in Show. Fucking awesome movie.
Oh, great movie. Yeah.
So good.
Oh, let's
Josh,
talk about another movie I never
You
saw.
never comment on the movies. You don't. Do you? What? All right, tell us your top three
Because
favorite movies.
I
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No
Go
Because he
ahead.
movies
hasn't seen
from-
any movies.
Your top three
watch
favorite
movies that aren't starring friggin' Meg
Your-
Ryan.
Top three favorite movies. Go.
Okay. Wayne's World.
Good movie.
The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
No.
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 As soon as it left my mouth, I was like, well, that's going to come
Bad
right
idea.
back at me.
Bad idea. Go ahead. Go. Your third favorite movie. Go.
All right. Wayne's World, both of them. I'm
Yep.
going to pick both of them as one.
And then
The Hangover is pretty good. Yeah, geez. There's so many war movies. Oh,
Hey,
my-
Phil, can you hear us?
Phil's working on getting on.
Oh, yeah,
And we'll ask him.
Okay.
He's a Star Wars fan, so we'll talk about that. So Wayne's World. The Santa
Wayne's
Claus
World.
movie that Tim Allen does not count. That's horseshit.
Just forget I said that. Just put the cock noise over that.
Talk noise.
You guys have my audio?
What's up?
Oh, yeah, we got you now, Phil.
He's working it out. And what's your third favorite?
Any World War II movie, I think.
Pick
I just saw
one.
Hacksaw Ridge, dude, and that kind of
Is that good?
yeah, it's almost like Saving Private Ryan good.
Mike, your top three. Go.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture, Star Trek: Wrath of Khan, and Search for Spock.
What the fuck? Really?
No.
No. Those are your answers. They're out there on the internet. I'm gonna
It's like
go.
my Tim Allen movie.
I'm a big Stephen King fan, so I might even just lump them all in there. The Green Mile.
Boss, will you keep the light on? I get scared in the dark.
He's huge in that movie. The Green Mile.
Joe
I'm gonna-
Coffee, like the drink.
Dude, The Breakfast Club is fucking money. And fuck.
Hey, Phil, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
We're talking
Yeah,
about
okay.
movies, brother. What's up?
Okay, so I don't know if you wanted to join in on video. You don't have to. But
Well, I don't think that I have. I'm having an issue with my webcam here. It works. Sometimes my webcam works. Sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't work for for some reason I can't get it to work for Skype, and I can't get it to work for Zoom. This is the first time I've tried Zoom, but it works fine if I'm using if I'm streaming, like when I stream on Twitch, it works
Mhm.
fine, and it works fine for in my Discord too. But I can't get it to work for certain
Well,
applications. But
I
you
don't
can hear me.
know. I don't know how you're going to make all that extra money doing the cam boy stuff. So you got to get
Can't
that
see
fixed,
you.
brother.
If
Yeah.
I was young and pretty, I would have an OnlyFans. I know.
Dude,
people
give me a
that,
break. You are in better shape than most professional athletes. Come on.
I don't know about that. Professional athletes are in good shape, but
Yeah, but
They're not
you're
doing
ripped.
much these days. They're not doing much these days.
neither am I. I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to be on tour.
Yeah.
I should be singing and playing shows. I should be like on the West Coast where it's nice and warm, as opposed to it's nice. It's nice outside here in New England, though. I can't really complain. We got an early spring. I should stop my bitching.
Where are you at? Are you in? You're from Western Mass. Where are you at now?
I am in New Hampshire. I've lived in New Hampshire for the past almost 10 years. I moved up here in January of 2011, and I certainly
New Hampshire's nice.
I love it.
No excise tax. Nice.
No tax at all. I mean, my property tax rough, but I have a decent amount of land, and you expect that when you got a piece of property.
I feel like everybody that we've had on this show, because we had Lenny Clark on the show, we just had Spaceman Bill Lee on the show. Everybody has, like, during this pandemic, they're like, I have land, I have guns. Fuck you, you're not coming anywhere near me.
I do have land. I do have guns. I left Massachusetts for a particular reason. Those reasons were guns and taxes, and I may or may not have said things on Twitter like, haha, don't come to my house.
Well, let me ask you this, Phil. Let me ask you this, because I asked Lenny and Bill Lee this, but what is how far does your kill zone go out to the tree line?
I know the range is out to about 60 yards is where my tree line starts from my house, and
that's short, brother. That's short, man.
It's short, but the approaches to my place. I live on top of a hill, so the approaches to my place aren't easy. You can't accidentally get to my house. My driveway is about 0.7 of a mile long, so you don't. Whoops! I didn't mean to show up.
Hey, Josh, we got one of our sponsors is a tree removal service.
Yes.
Send Lucas up to his house to clear that shit back to at least 100 yards.
Yeah. Finder tree service.
I tell you
Right?
what, I welcome that. I welcome that. I welcome the ideas.
Send Lucas up to fucking his house and we'll do it. But I think
At least
the little picture of Phil doesn't look like Phil from All That Remains. It looks like the little fucking Zoom guy on our show. Can we like superimpose a picture of fucking Phil screaming on stage?
I don't even have a box. It's just the three of us in a voice.
I don't see Phil, but I hear Phil. Is that you?
It's me. I promise.
Fucking awesome. So we were talking about All That Remains. Obviously, you were supposed to be on tour now. There's something that you guys posted on April 15th, and is it wishful thinking, or are we hoping that festival goes down in September? What are you hearing?
Well, the thing is, because of how far out things are planned, we don't want to cancel stuff unless, we're sure of it. So obviously the state and local laws are going to apply. And also, whether or not we can get together. I mean, that's less important, I suppose. We could just get up there and rock some stuff that we know without rehearsal and just see how it goes. Right. We would prefer to get together and rehearse because it's been 6 months since we played together. But if we can't, we'll do what we can, and hopefully people will be gentle on the internet. But
do a Zoom jam sesh.
Well, we that's not. If it wasn't for the fact that we have so many old men in our band, that might be a good idea. But I mean,
how does this fucking thing work?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple guys in the band that's exactly what's going on. And look here, I mean, you can't see me, so I might be one of them.
You're one of the old fucking men. You're the old man.
I may or may not be. So I may be criticizing myself along with a handful of other people in the other band or the rest of the band.
Well, Phil, how is this, like, as far as affecting the band? Like, creatively, how is this affecting the band? And, I know you guys aren't like Metallica or Taylor Swift level, but did you have a crew, and did you have to like lay off your crew? Were they depending on these dates? How are they being affected if you had one of those?
Well, we do have crew that we try to work with, but we do have they're in motion. They'll work for a couple bands because we don't when we go on tour, we don't go on tour for a year straight. We go on tour for a month and a half.
Yeah.
And then we'll come home for a little bit and go out again. So sometimes people, will have multiple bands they work for and stuff like that. Excuse me. But it regardless, anybody that doesn't have a consistent band that they're working for all the time, that's basically on retainer, they're suffering right along with the smaller bands and theater bands and stuff, and smaller and are really your working bands. And so your crews, they're hurting right now. It's like they do the same type of work that we do, in the fact that they kind of work paycheck to paycheck usually, you know. I mean, if they can save up, that's
Right.
great. But it tends to be younger people that have less attachments at home, that'll work for multiple bands. So, you know, they got to pay their rent and they got to get started in life, honestly, because, you know, when you're 25 or whatever, that's when you're broke and trying to get experience and stuff. And so it's hard, you know. So there's a lot of people out there that are hurting right now. And when you watch the news and not looking for a side, it's like there's more pain coming. Like, people don't realize that the past month that the government's been shut down, or the you know, economy's been basically shut down, that's going to trickle down and it's going to expand through the economy, and it's going to really hurt a lot, and it's going to be hard. So the worst is not yet come, just because most people are thinking that the actual virus is peaked. That's only one side of the problem that we've got coming. So
Right.
it's a real thing, and it's hard, and it sucks. And I am scared for a lot of people that tend to live on the edge. People that I know that you know are you know, just have their margins a little thin. You know, for whether it be their own fault or not. You know, there's going to be a lot of hurting coming. It's scary.
What are you guys like? What are you doing creatively to keep creative? I know you've been on Twitter and you've been playing guitar on Twitter, and you're on Twitch. Actually, no, you're on Twitch. You've been doing that on Twitch too. So, you know, how do you guys stay creative? Do you still try to share each other's ideas, you know, over the digital landscape here?
Yeah, I mean, so we have like 5 demos of songs that we had done before kind of the lockdown started. We had a little time off earlier in the year. We were working and writing and stuff, and then we kind of started looking to rehearse for the tour we had coming up, and then COVID hit. So we kind of put writing on the back burner because we were rehearsing for the tour, and then COVID goes, and now everything's kind of on the back burner. And again, we can do some writing and creative stuff over the internet and stuff like that, but because of the lockdown, it is a little more difficult. Also because of the old men.
Right, yeah, the old thing. Yeah.
I personally have been playing a lot more guitar, you know, and trying to have ideas ready for when we can get back together, or when I guess when it becomes a possibility to send ideas back and forth between the old men, which we're working on as well.
Are you going to change the name of the band from All That Remains to These Old Fucking Men?
No.
No.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Hold on, that's a hard no.
I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised you're asking, because that seems like a terrible idea to me.
I know. I'm just kidding. They're just going to catch shit. But listen, what you just said, everybody's feeling the same way. Everybody's kind of like hesitating when you're like, well, when we can, or if we do, or it's such a question mark that's affected myself, Josh, Mike, everybody that we know, everybody we've had on the show, all of our family members. I mean, fuck, we're all working from home trying to just make the best of things. And I was just on the phone with someone who usually has a 5K in November. That's not fucking happening. Yep. And he has to plan for that now. It's just like, that is a massive gathering of people at the Castle in Boston. And it's, how the fuck is that going to go down? Because you made a great point. Even when we get a hold of whatever the virus, you know, the curve is, the economic backlash from that, do you think that if you just said right now, fuck it, you can all go outside, everyone's going to run outside? No. You just spent 6 or 7 weeks scaring the shit out of us. Yeah. So how's that going to affect for the next, I don't know, fucking year? And now they're saying, well, next winter, this particular thing could be even worse. And I'm really tired of the they, because I don't know who the fuck they are or who we trust when it comes to they. It's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. The trust level, the trust thing is a problem, I think, and both our political leaders and the large voices in the media have done significant damage to public trust. Yeah. It's not a one person or one side thing, but like everybody involved is culpable. So that's another thing that makes me concerned. You know, it's like, does this turn into something that we have a real geopolitical problem with other countries, like, you know, with China? Is this going to escalate with China and have some kind of actual, you know, conflict? Like, these are real things that at least I'm concerned about. I don't know. Maybe other people are just like, you know, Hulu's on, you know, or whatever, you know.
That was the first week. That was the
Yeah.
first week. The second
know.
week was all look at Netflix. The third week is like, what are we fucking doing? And now we're like 7 weeks in going, I'm fucking tired of this.
Yeah, and the thing is, nobody knows what's right to do because
Right.
none of the options are a good option because even the people that are like, oh, I want to go back to work. Well, okay, yep, I understand that. You got to pay your bills. You gotta put food on the table. I get it. So if you go back to work, you understand that more people are going to get sick and more people are going to die, and that's going to happen. That's probably going to happen regardless of what we do, regardless of when we go back to work. As people start to gather again, they're probably going to start getting sick again and starting to die again. And then you're going to have everybody getting all pissed off at each other and pointing fingers again because it's that person's fault or it's your fault or they're going to use it for political points and that person did this and blah, 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 blah. And it's so that's, I'm a cynical person generally. And I'm really finding it hard to find a silver lining and find things to be positive about, and it's a drag, honestly, because
That's why we need music. That's why we need more music.
Exactly.
Maybe that's why I've been playing more guitar and
Right.
doing less yelling at people on the internet. But it is like
That goes nowhere. The people on the internet are fucking insane.
it doesn't. You know what? Maybe this will bring a little bit of levity, but at least we have Trapt.
Oh my God! Right. What is that with the dude from Trapt? I don't know if you guys have been following this guy on Twitter, but what was it, like a month ago? Like he just snapped?
Dude,
he lost
I
his
don't know.
shit and he just started going off on everybody and how everybody else sucked.
Really?
Phil, you've been trolling him hard, man.
I've been taking it
You've been
easy on
engaging
him.
him pretty hard, man.
Wait a minute. I got to follow this dude. Who is this? What's his name? Is it the lead singer of Trapt?
Yeah.
What's his fucking name?
Mm.
Go
I
ahead.
don't even know what his name. It's on the Trapt.
Trapt official page.
It's on the Trapt Twitter. Yeah.
And,
So-
and
you
what
gotta
he
follow.
just
Guy's
fucking
lost.
Mike and I were just talking about a movie that's very similar, that Michael Douglas movie where someone fucking snaps. Is that what he
falling
did?
down.
Yeah.
But
Right?
this guy's using the company Twitter to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Oh.
But he
He's
started doing this, I think, before all the craziness started, right, Phil? I mean, he started doing this a while ago.
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I know that he was kind of getting into it with this guy Franz, who sings for Attila, and we just did a tour with Attila last February, not this past, but the previous, and it was badass. It was super fun. The shows were killer. The guys in Attila are amazing, super fun dudes. They're young kids. They like to party. They like to get wild. I'm not. I don't go out after the show. I quit drinking a couple years ago, and I also worry about my voice. So I don't go out doing the party much.
That's fucking Josh's dog losing his
Sorry.
shit.
Yeah,
What kind of dog, Josh?
Josh
What
loses
kind of
like
dog?
10 dogs.
It's a lab hound mix.
Oh,
Lenny.
hi, Lenny.
He's
You're a good
losing.
boy.
He loves to,
He's a good
take
boy.
over the
He
podcast.
is. Lenny's like, why isn't Daddy talking to me now?
Yeah, I don't blame Lenny. I don't blame Lenny at all.
Lenny's
I love
awesome.
dogs.
Named after Lenny Clark.
What a sweetheart.
That's
So-
awesome. So back to the guy. So the guy in Trapt just started losing his fucking shit on Twitter.
So, yeah, he just started going after people and talking about, oh, we got these many streams and we got these many sales. And that's the lamest thing in the world, like right off the bat, I think. I think if you're like talking about how much you've sold and how many spins you've got or how many plays you've got, that's right off the bat is just, you kind of look like the lame guy in the argument, right? Like, so if the first thing you're doing, you're arguing with someone and then you're just like, the first thing you do is like, check me out, look how great I am.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, everyone's like, oh.
Douchebag.
So like right off the bat, and he's a conservative guy, and so like there are conservative guys, like there are a lot of people that really will come down on people that are conservatives just for being conservatives. So he's got that going against him. I don't know what Trapt has going on recently for shows and stuff, but I know that Headstrong was it's been a minute since that song was hot, so he's got that going against him. He's just got like everything lined up against him, and he's like, let's go, I'm gonna take on the whole fucking internet. And it's going
try and be
poorly.
relevant.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's going poorly.
It's going poorly. I
It's
want to
going
see
Yeah,
poorly.
this.
he's not doing it well.
No. No.
On the
not
fact
at
that he's
all.
doing it on his fucking band's, like, you know, like the main band. Hey, like, do you have a fucking manager? Jesus,
Yeah.
not anymore.
Also, what point are you trying to make by saying I have this many streams and this many
what
like
fucking cares?
there's comedians that do that too that are like, well, I should be on the show because I have this many followers. I'm like, it
Fuck
doesn't
off.
matter until you're on the stage. Like, it doesn't matter what movie you were in, what commercial
Yeah.
you were in. Shut up. Just do your job on the stage.
Shut up. Just shut
I'm
up.
not going to name any names.
I want to start a Twitter. I'm going to start a Twitter account that just says, just shut the fuck up and see how that goes.
Shut the fuck up, everything.
Yeah, everything. Everybody just shut the fuck up. Shut Twitter off. Jesus fuck.
Yeah,
Well,
I
this
don't
is
know.
good though. This is good to get out there, because if you're like, say someone you're in isolation, you're social distancing, you're alone, and you've got no social contact, you always know that you can go on Twitter and just jab at the guy from Trapt, and he'll definitely fucking respond to you.
Is he
You'll
gonna
have someone to
respond?
talk to for days.
He'll take the bait, and he goes back to like he wakes up in the morning and he's looking to see what happened after he went to bed,
Wow.
and he's looking, he's
I want to
He's
jump on his
obsessed.
account today and say shit like, hey, fucknut, you want to go down to Georgia and get a tattoo and go bowling? Because that state's open now.
Oh, man.
Want to fight? You want to fight?
he wants to fight. He wants to fight Ice-T. Not kidding.
Yeah,
he
he's
literally
picking
wants
up-
to fight Ice-T.
What?
Yes.
Original
Bad
pimp.
idea.
He's going after Ice-T. Yeah, I mean, and Ice-T,
Dude,
has
you will
Ice-T
die.
responded to him?
Danny Diablo, who's a New York hardcore dude. I mean, I don't know him. He doesn't look like the type to be trifled with. Personally, when you look at a picture of him, he doesn't look like the kind of guy that that you want to just go and start poking at. But
Wow.
the guy in Trapt is like, yeah, I'll go get him.
He's
it's
fucking.
like,
he's like minutes from a psycho ward. I gotta go follow this motherfucker. Absolutely.
Yeah,
he's got some
it's-
shit going on, man.
It's pretty crazy, man.
And he's
Well, it's
raised.
working because now we're all looking them up and following.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I
Maybe
will
this is his
follow
plan,
him.
Phil. Maybe this is marketing for him.
Maybe, but it's marketing, and there is an argument that no press is bad press.
To a point.
I'm not 100% sold on that.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of press about some terrible people, and nobody likes them. That Carol
Yeah.
chick from that
Carol
Tiger show,
Baskin.
nobody likes her.
Fucking
And
bitch.
Hey,
know?
that is, I call justice for Carol.
Oh,
Carol
yeah. She
Baskin
did
killed
not-
him.
One of these
She
Carol
did not
Baskin
kill her
movies.
husband. No,
Bullshit.
her husband liked the young girls and hated his former family, so he made a deal with Carol and said, I'm moving down to Costa Rica because I bought land down there. He was great at hiding money. He's a pilot, and he went down there with another young girlfriend and said, Carol, you can have everything that I own in the United States. Just tell people I disappeared. Don't tell them where I am. And he left and created a
was trying
whole
to
new
hide it.
life. He's alive. Carol didn't kill him. All right.
Carol
had
Baskin
the-
killed
had
her
the heart
husband.
to put his former family back in the will because they weren't going to get any money. And now they're bitching about it. She made a deal with him, man. He's alive. Don Lewis is alive, and he's getting blowjobs from like 10 different Costa Rican hotties right now at his mansion down.
Hey, Phil, you should start your own talk show. Look what the fucking reaction you just got. Hi, it's Phil from All That Remains. Now we're going to
Fuck
talk
you,
about
Phil.
Carol Baskin.
Fuck you, Phil. Track rules, and Carol's in it.
Phil, like the Jerry Springer show. Let's go. That's fucking awesome.
I didn't even mean to do it.
Mike is
I've never
fucking
seen the
passionate.
show.
It's
Oh,
you
that's
have to
bullshit.
watch
You
it.
got to watch the show. You don't tell me that guy didn't plan this whole thing and he's still alive.
It's better than Ozark.
Justice
What a
for
suck.
Carol.
Hey.
Snoozer, that one is.
Fuck you.
Ozark?
Ozark is fucking
You're out of your
good.
fucking
It's,
mind,
it's,
Josh.
it's so.
What the fuck are you talking about? Ozark is such a good show.
Have you ever seen Blacklist?
No.
That's
No.
way better than Ozark. If
That's
you
a
see
fucking
Blacklist
network
first,
show. Network shows suck.
not Blacklist.
Hey,
Phil, I gotta- Phil.
Josh is
Phil, I got to explain something about Josh, okay?
Oh,
He
God,
is-
here we go.
Josh is now in Rumspringa from an Amish sex
I mean-
cult in New Jersey, and he's just
it's
discovering the world.
New Jersey now.
He thinks 21 Pilots is like the best band
He's a
ever.
fucking mess.
You know, you just
He
gotta
literally
bear with
just said one of his favorite movies was a fucking Tim Allen Santa Claus movie. What the
yeah, so sorry, man.
fuck is wrong with you?
I've been
Josh?
locked up for a long time. I'm sorry.
You were like this
Oh,
before
man.
lockdown, dude.
Oh, whatever.
We were talking about movies, actually. What top 3 movies on your list, Phil? Go.
Top 3 movies: Empire Strikes Back, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Ghostbusters.
Fucking
Oh,
boom, boom,
Ghostbusters!
boom.
Wow.
I've seen Ghostbusters.
I'm really terrible with favorites. Okay, like favorites will change for me. People ask me all the time, like about like, hey, what's your favorite this song or this blah blah blah. I'm real bad with favorites. There are so many things that I really, 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 really love that I think are great
Right.
that will cycle through my favorites. If you ask me my favorites in 6 weeks, I might blast off a few different ones. It's likely that Empire will still be in there as number 1, but still, that's how I am.
What's your favorite Trapt song?
The only one?
You don't have to answer.
I don't know how to answer that. But Trapt
He's gonna want to fucking fight you, kid.
Trapt is currently my favorite band on Twitter. I can say that.
Or that
Can
guy
we
is
post
anyway.
this and tag them?
Hey,
yeah, of course you can.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, guys. I have a challenge for all of it. Name 2 other Trapt songs. Go.
Without Google?
Yes, without Google. Right top of your head. Because they're huge. They sold millions and millions of copies.
I know.
I can name more Nickelback songs.
Billions of
Fucking wow.
streams. They got billions of streams.
Nickelback's great.
I love Nickelback.
Good.
Nickelback, I think
you two can get along and cuddle about Nickelback. Go ahead.
People rip on Nickelback because they think it's
and
cool
then they know
to rip
every
on Nickelback.
every lyric of Rockstar or whatever.
Nickelback's a good band. They write some good tunes. And last time I checked, they sell out every time they play somewhere. And that's arenas.
I want to point one thing out about Nickelback that I think a lot of people know, but they don't realize they know it. Excuse me. Nickelback records are Metallica Load and Reload sonically. If you listen to Nickelback records and you listen to Metallica Load and Reload, almost any of the Nickelback songs could go on Load or Reload. Almost any of the songs on Load or Reload could go on a Nickelback record and change. Just get James Hetfield to sing the stuff on the Nickelback record or vice versa, and you would not know the difference. And that is not a criticism.
Phil, I understand what you're saying, but there's
that
no
is
way
not a criticism.
There's no way King Nothing or The Memory Remains can be on a Nickelback album.
Come on.
At least those 2 songs. Those 2 songs, to me, are fucking awesome.
They're
not in any way Nickelback-ish.
Sounds like Phil has thought this through.
I have put a lot of thought of this. I have put a lot of thought into this. If you sonically, those records are very, very close. The tones that they select, the kick drums, the drum tones, and they are literally, at the time at least, they were the pinnacle of audio quality when it comes to production. There's not records that sound better than those that came out in the same era. And the songs are all phenomenally crafted songs. So me saying that is not me shitting on Load and Reload.
You're just switching them up.
I just think that they literally have so many similarities that most of the songs, maybe Mike, you're right. Maybe there's a couple that wouldn't work, but the vast majority of them would be interchangeable, and you'd be okay with it if you had James Hetfield.
We have a homework assignment. We have a fucking homework assignment to line these albums up.
Here's a great example. So you take the Metallica song "Fuel."
Yeah,
that could easily be a Nickelback song.
Fuck yes, fuck yeah. And it's a killer tune.
Get me far.
Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah,
it's not Master of Puppets. It's not Master of Puppets.
No,
it's not.
No.
It's not that era. But it is a killer tune. It's fun to listen to. And when I listen to it, I know that I'm listening. I'm kind of fucking bobbing my head along, and I'm enjoying myself. That's a good tune. Wow. And yes, Nickelback could absolutely do Fuel on any Nickelback record, and people would be like, fuck yeah, they would still be jamming along, bopping their head, being like, yeah, I kind of dig this song. I like it. They're good songs. They're very close. I'm telling you, I fully believe this.
Same goes for 21 Pilots too.
No,
it's not really like that at all.
No, thank you. It's not like lining up. What was it? Lining up the Wizard of Oz and Dark Side of the Moon. Now that's different, but it's kind of a like. Wait a minute. These things.
The similarities.
Since we're talking about that, Phil, let's talk about weed. Did you? I haven't been able to talk to you about this, and I know I think you're still an enthusiast. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did you ever see a day where weed would become legal, especially in Massachusetts?
I don't know that I ever saw a day that it would. I'm very, very happy that it did.
Right.
There needs to be. I think that Massachusetts could go further and expunge records of people that that
Mhm.
have criminal history for
Yep.
for marijuana possession, because it didn't just become not a big deal. Like, it's always been not a big deal. Just because
Right.
it's been illegal, it's always been a bad idea for it to be illegal. So all the people 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago that got pinched for marijuana possession, those people shouldn't have had to live with the repercussions of crossing the Justice Department of the state of Massachusetts. Excuse me.
Right.
So to start the conversation, I think that should be one of the first things that gets discussed is the government making right by the people that they have ruined their lives. I'm sure. Lives completely fucking ruined. Entire 40, 50, 60 years of someone's life just destroyed because they had marijuana and the government said, we don't want you to do it. Just torn up, just ripping families apart. Like, the drug war is the most horrible thing that, we've done in a long time. That it's a fairly new concept. I mean, slavery was worse back in the day, but the war on drugs is a 20th century creation, I think. It's probably one of the worst creations in the 20th century, because it's been executed so poorly and it's hurt so many people. I don't know that I ever thought that it would, but I tell you that it does blow my mind that New Hampshire, it's still a misdemeanor, and we are an island of prohibition in a sea of legality, because even Canada, the country to our north, it's illegal, and it's legal in Maine, it's legal in Vermont, it's legal in Massachusetts, illegal, and for some reason here in the live free or die state, don't you have yourself any of that marijuana, boy, because we will smash you.
That makes no fucking
You
sense.
can't have a plant that makes you silly, but you can buy all the fireworks you want and make a ball.
And drive around with no fucking helmet on your motorcycle, do whatever the fuck, guns everywhere, but no weed, boy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Stupid.
But
It's fucking stupid.
Hey, Phil, let's get back to music for a second. And I think I was reading a post from you the other day saying that, I think it was, you were talking about Cannibal Corpse and Hammer Smashed Face.
Yeah.
And that was like one of the songs that kind of inspired you to get into music, or at least to get into metal.
Yeah,
anyway.
death metal, yeah.
Yeah, death metal. So along with that movie question, can you give, I know this is the movie question, it's kind of an impossible way to answer it, but can you give us like the top 3 albums that you love right now? And they don't have to be metal. Top 3 albums that you could keep going back to like a well and keep getting inspiration from.
Trapt had a good one.
Yeah, that was a good album. I wish I could remember the name of it, even though it sold millions. But
millions.
Mike Shue, you're opening a can of worms, my friend.
This motherfucker's gonna hate our ass.
The top three records right off the fucking bat that I could listen to from back to front and not really do like much skipping around.
Yeah.
Red, 1989, and Reputation. Taylor Swift.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Red, 1989, and Reputation are all basically perfect pop records. And I can listen to Taylor Swift at great length. Her newest one is not super high on my list, but those 3, Red, Reputation, and 1989, basically anytime I can listen to them back to front.
See, that's what I love. That's what I love about Phil, man. He's not trying to put up a front here. He likes a well-crafted song, right?
Yeah,
and that's what she does, man. That's you're a songwriter, so you can appreciate that. Everybody's expecting, well, it's going to be Pantera, Volkswagen Power, which are great albums. But I mean, that's great because, as you know, Phil, the metal and hardcore scene can be kind of cannibalistic. It can like, people can get on your case for not liking the right thing or not being at the right show or something like that.
Or it's not hard enough.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See that? You hear that noise in the background, Phil? That's Josh's dog Lenny freaking out when you said Taylor Swift.
That's agreement though, so it's okay. It's freaking out in agreement. He's like, yes. Phil has the balls to say it.
Oh man, that's fucking great.
He wasn't that. Like, can't you tell that he's agreeing? he would be all barking and angry and growling if he wasn't agreeing. Now
Maybe
he's
he's
kind of
tapping.
dancing around. He's excited that I said it.
He's a huge Nickelback fan too.
Yeah, I tell you what, I can't lose with dogs, man. I cannot lose with dogs.
That is fucking awesome. Well, listen, if things, hopefully things do get back to where, they need to be. I mean, have you guys talked about, as all that remains, talked about what you think, if in a perfect world you can get together in August, I mean, how is this going to go down for you guys? Do you guys have, Mike asked the question earlier, do you have creative things moving? Like, what's your first step back into the outside world?
First, we're going to get together, me, Mike Martin, and Jason Costa, which are the 3 members that live in New England. We're going to get together and rehearse because we're going to, as soon as we can start playing again, we're going to start playing again. So we're going to get that together. And then once we can do that and get some shows in or something, we'll be getting together with Dan Laskowitz, who produced our last record. He is a Springfield local. He used to play in a band called the Acacia Strain. And,
oh my God, yes.
Yes, DL from the Acacia Strain.
Yeah.
He produced Victim of the New Disease, and he will be producing the next one. And we've got, like I said, we've got like 5 songs that we've got basically outlined, and we'll go ahead and do 5 or 10 more and come up with some lyrics, and we'll start doing that. We had intended on being in the studio in the fall. I don't know for sure if we'll be in the studio in the fall, but it's looking like we will likely be in the studio in the fall. And we were looking for a release of the new record early next year. But I don't know for sure because the Hell Yeah tour that we're supposed to be on now is supposed to be rescheduled. So I'm not exactly sure when we're going to do the Hell Yeah tour, but we will be looking to fit all that stuff together and do a bunch of work as soon as we can. So
good.
That's the
all
plan.
right. Well, Phil, before we go, and I don't want to leave on a downer of a note, but
here we go.
You've been very come on, this is important, man. You've been very adamant on applying pressure to the authorities investigating Ollie Herbert's death, and I don't know if there's been any progress on that. You feel that they've been dragging their feet on it, that there's some things they haven't investigated. I don't know if you've heard anything more on that. Ollie Herbert was the former guitar player from All That Remains, and his death was very suspicious. It was on his property a couple of years ago. And Phil, correct me if I'm wrong, you feel that authorities aren't really investigating it like they should be.
I think that this is 100% just my opinion. This is no official anything. This is just one dude's opinion. Take it for what it's worth, all right? So this is nothing authoritative or anything. I think it's likely that the state's attorney doesn't want to actually make an arrest, because if they make an arrest and they don't get a conviction, then that's it, and they lose the opportunity. And I also think that state's attorneys don't like the idea of losing cases. So I think that the state's attorney in Connecticut just doesn't want to make an arrest. That's my opinion. And I understand that the state has a vested interest in convictions, and if they don't feel that they're going to get a conviction, that they're not going to arrest someone. I understand that that's the way it works. And my personal opinion on the merits of the case aside, I am not in the position to make the decision as to whether or not there is enough information to warrant an arrest and prosecution. So
I was going to kind of follow up with you, but it sounds like you're speaking very carefully. So I don't know if I should bring up what
it's a touchy area. It's a touchy thing.
Yeah.
I think that it's important to be. I think that it's important to be precise in my speech when it comes to very important things. If I'm on the internet talking on Twitter, I'm going to be loose and I'm going to just, sling shit around, and because it's, half the reason I'm on Twitter is to make people laugh or to get a reaction. That's the whole point of Twitter.
Fight with the guy from Trapt, right? Fuck
yeah, right. So
that's
exactly.
50%.
if I'm on Twitter and the thing is, the Trapt thing aside, like I've been super cool to him. I haven't actually been that mean to him and gone after him. I've been like, this is a bad idea. You know, there are other people that are like, dude, you're on cancer and you need to be ripped from from society, probably going after him, hating on him. And I'm just like, yo, dude, this ain't a good idea, man. You know,
being a spectator at that point is probably better than fucking getting involved in that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'll point out when some shit's dumb, but
right.
Yeah,
right.
in this context, I am.
You gotta be careful.
I want to be precise and accurate in what I'm saying because, you know, things that get said loosely can affect
Right.
these kind of
People are looking for shit like that. People are looking for someone to say something somewhere and say, hey, remember that podcast or that radio station they were on, and it can fuck things up. You're being very precise. We're sorry you're dealing with that, first of all.
Yeah. I mean, Ollie was, you know, such a great guy, and that's why I bring it up, because I want to make sure also that, you know, that they're looking into it like you should, but like you said, that, you know, we got to let the authorities do their job.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
Apparently,
I hate it, and I know that I'm emotionally invested in it, so I know, you know, that I'm gonna have, you know, certain feelings about it, you know. And I'm
of course,
like, yo, you know, and
how can you not?
Yeah, you know,
right.
So I do my best to remind myself of that. But
I would keep that shit off Twitter, right?
It does seem. I mean, it seems pretty fucking obvious to me. There is one person at home, you know.
Yeah.
There was two people at home. One of them's dead, 44 years old. People just don't keel over like that, you know. And I know, like I said, like I've said a bunch before and stuff. I know the guy. I know he wasn't into drugs and shit like that. So
right.
It wasn't like, oh, you know, you just, you know, was doing blow at home by himself, you know. No, you know. So
all right, well, I appreciate you speaking on that, because you know, I knew Ollie too, not like you knew him obviously, but you know, he was a good dude, and I just hope somebody, you know, he gets some kind of justice somewhere. But we appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you so much.
Brother.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you.
Glad us old guys were able to make it work.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is. And I tell you what, right now I'm going to get off, and in 30 minutes I'm going to start my stream on Twitch.
Right.
Which you guys can all join me, you know, when you're done. I'll be on from 1 till 3, and then from 8 to usually 10.
Make sure you give fucking Breaking the Ice a shout out. What's up?
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Phil That Remains.
There you go.
Boom.
But yeah, and my camera is going to work fine. I can look in my OBS, which is the program that runs my Twitch stream, and I can see my face. The camera's working. For some reason, I can't get my camera to work with web-based applications like Skype and Zoom, but Streamlabs, it works fine.
Josh does all the editing. So Josh, instead of putting up a picture from Phil from All That Remains, put up some fucking like Roger Rabbit picture.
Yeah, cool.
No. Put up a picture of the guy from Trapt.
Oh.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Wait. Now, I don't know how well we can edit this, but when he talks about Taylor Swift, put her up. He mentioned Metallica, put that up. I definitely put up the fucking clown from Trapt. That would be fucking funny. The governor of Massachusetts, when we're talking about the cannabis stuff, throw up a nice memory, you know, in memory of Ollie for that section. Like, we can really have fun with this because you can't get the camera to work.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
Dude,
hey,
thanks,
Phil.
brother.
Thanks a lot, Phil. Good luck, man. All right.
Cheers, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Take care.
So, hey, we got the Pathfinder Tree Service a plug in there because they can go up to fucking Phil's house and clear the shit out, so he's got a better kill zone.
Right. Yeah. He needs at least 300 yards to get a good shot, a couple of shots in, especially if there's like more than a dozen guys. You know,
when
I
they
don't
go
know how
zombie.
I know that. I don't know how I know that. I'm not an expert. I don't even.
Well, you
know
watch
the
The
guy.
Walking Dead, and it's like they all
right.
come out of the woods. You
That's
gotta
where
have
I
some
learned.
fucking room.
Television. Right. Exactly.
And the other people, give them a shout out. The Invoke Media is doing our website. That should be done next week. So we're going to have a Breaking the Ice website. Thank you to Nicole at Invoke Media Group.
And we're going to have
others.
merch. Can you guys hear me? I'm on the laptop now. My phone died, so I had to switch over.
Yeah. We're going to have merchandise.
Yes.
That Mike Shoe picture where he looks like the lead singer of the Asian Duran Duran.
A lot of people want that one.
T-shirt on the internet.
We got to make one with your drug dealer mustache.
Oh, dude, I get some fucking awful pictures that I'll share with you that we'll put on T-shirts. Who are the other 2 sponsors that we got to give love to?
Garage Doors Plus.
Yeah.
Chris Riggs over there, and Boston Exterior Remodeling. Joe Dan's text me back.
Oh, wow.
We're trying to get them on the
and Pathfinder Tree Service, right? We already mentioned them, LLC,
Yeah.
and Lucas Carr. All right, cool. Hey, don't forget to please subscribe to the Breaking the Ice podcast and rate us. Give us a nice rating, but if you're going to give us a bad rating, just don't even do that. Just give us a good rating.
If you're the guy from Trapt, let's fight.
Yeah, if you're the guy from Trapt, give us a good rating because we stream at least, dozens of streams.
We've had at least 10 people tune in.
Maybe
we've had tens of tens.
Oh,
tens.
Dude, we have
half a dozen,
many hits.
possibly.
We've just, we're the best podcast ever.
Is
rate
Trapt
us,
big in Istanbul? I can't even say it.
Well, all right. So no. Listen, Mike. I can't think of the other fucking Trapt songs. Headstrong and.
Right.
That's about it.
And
no, there's a couple other ones.
No, there's
Do they
not.
have a song called Trapt?
No, there's no other ones. There's just that one.
Hey, listen. When you do this, no fucking question tag Trapt.
Oh, we're gonna.
Oh, let's start and tag fucking Ice-T.
Oh my God. Yeah, but be nice about it. I don't want Ice-T on my.
I want Ice-T on the podcast. Mr. T's a different guy.
The real
honk
Mr.
the racist
Ice-T.
chicken. Honk the racist chicken. Thank
I had to
you.
put the chicken down because my arm was getting tired. Oh, here.
Oh, I've heard that before. Thank you.
On that note, we're done. See you guys.
See you.